Meet the iPhone 6s and 6s Plus. I'm almost certain this isn't the first time you've seen these phones, but I thought I'd give you my voice on the matter. And sure, we may be on the S cycle this year, but does that really mean there's nothing special to look forward to? This year, the iPhone is now available in a new rose gold color, but no matter which way you slice it, that color is pink. And there's also the typical gold, space gray, and silver models available as well, but colors aside, what makes this iPhone better than last year's model? This year, Apple's iPhone slogan is "the only thing that's changed is everything." And I'm not sure if you're seeing what I'm seeing, but does everything encompass the design too? Compared to the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus, the difference is basically indistinguishable. And if it weren't for the tiny little S on the back, you'd never know the difference between the two. It'll definitely be completely unnoticeable once you throw a case or a skin like I have here from D-Brand on my iPhone 6 and 6 Plus. And if you want to pick one of those up for yourself, I'll be sure to leave a link below in the description for you. So what's the big everything that's changed here? Well, they're a bit heavier and just ever so slightly thicker than the previous generation, but I'm not sure that everyone would consider that a good thing, especially when you take the battery capacity into account. But more on that later, and the added weight and thickness is actually due to the use of the 7000 series aluminum to strengthen the build and the new display technology, which we'll get into shortly. Internally, we definitely have some changes happening though. The iPhone 6s and 6s Plus are rocking an A9 processor with 2GB of RAM and a 1715 mAh battery in the iPhone 6s with a 2750 mAh battery in the 6s Plus. Touch ID is still present as well and is said to be twice as fast over the previous generation, but I'll put that to the test in a full comparison video coming up in the near future. Both of these devices also sport the same display in size and resolution, featuring 4.7 inches at 1334 by 750 on the iPhone 6s and 1920 by 1080 on the 6s Plus. But there's a new special feature that comes along with the display technology this year. Meet 3D Touch, what Apple is actually calling the next generation of multi-touch. This is a new feature on both of the new iPhones that actually senses how deep you press the display. Its pressure sensitivity is tied in with iOS and app-specific features that almost work as a quick access right-click menu for certain things. When you use 3D Touch, you'll receive some haptic feedback as well thanks to the new Taptic engine, which notifies you when you've successfully reached the amount of pressure to trigger it. And there are a ton of new features that this enables within iOS 9 and also a handful of select apps, though more are rolling out. But if you'd like to see a full video on all of the 3D Touch features, leave this video a thumbs up. On both of the devices, there's a 5-megapixel camera above the display with 720p video recording capabilities and a flash, but probably not the kind of flash you're thinking about. Apple calls this new feature Retina Flash, and according to Apple, there's a special display chip inside that helps detect the ambient light around you, then match that tone with a flash of the display that's 3 times brighter than usual, just in case you need to step up your selfie game, you know? The real star of the show though is located on the back side. Apple has upgraded the camera sensor to 12 megapixels this year, and along with that, it's finally capable of shooting 4K video. Unfortunately, the iPhone 6s is still stuck without optical image stabilization though. You'll need to grab the 6s Plus if that's important to you, but photos seem pretty crisp and natural looking. Either way, I'll save my full thoughts on camera performance for the review, so be sure to subscribe if you're not already to be one of the first who's notified when that video drops. Another feature with the camera is live photos. Not nearly as exciting as it sounds though. This feature is enabled by default within the camera app and will automatically capture a 1.5 seconds before and after you take a picture. Once a live photo is saved, you can view it by using the 3D Touch feature on the display, and you can also set them as wallpaper, which is pretty cool, and view them from other Apple devices as well, but I don't see myself using this a whole lot in the near future. So what's the major takeaway from this whole thing? Well, 3D Touch is pretty cool with the technology involved, and I'm definitely excited for the new camera, but this basically sums up the iPhone 6s and 6s Plus in a nutshell. And do you think these new features are worth the upgrade? Let me know with a comment below, and I'll definitely be exploring both of these in depth over the next week or two and bring you my full review. And make sure you're subscribed if you want to check that out. And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave it a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching, everyone. This is Dom, and I'll catch you in the next video.